Hello everyone, how's it going? We are playing on the Saito site for those who've not seen before. Saito is another place you can play Twilight Struggle. Why is it interesting? It's interesting because it does lots of other stuff with blockchain that I won't profess to understand. But what it also does is allow you to play with variant cards. So there are a number of variant card systems that have been coded into the system, and we are playing with the Saito edition. So you will see a number of cards that don't exist in the regular set, and I will spot them when I do, and I will talk about them. So let's get into the game. We will. Oh, it's good. It's auto set up. So it looks like there you go. So there is, for example, this card, Cultural Diplomacy, is an interesting card. It allows you to place one influence in a country 2 hops away from a country in which you have influence. This is very useful for the USA. You'll see it's a neutral card. It's useful as the USA because it allows you to hop from Panama to Venezuela when DEFCON's at 2, or for example from Iran into India. So it's say for example Australia to Thailand. So it's very interesting for the USA. It's just as good for the USSR if you find yourself frozen out of an area. But either way, this is still a game of Twilight Struggle, and we've still got things to do. So let's have a look at our cards, and we will open 441 with one in Yugoslavia because I don't have independent reds. And let's open chat. So there are a number of sets ups in Saito. There's also the End of History set, which just another nerd put together, which is pretty cool. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, will we be able to get domination in Europe? And hilariously, of course, as long as we don't get defected, the answer is yes, because we can use cultural diplomacy to hop into France and then duck and cover to take France, just like we do with de Gaulle. So we're hoping not to get defected. Otherwise, we're good to go. Yeah, so for again, those who've not used Saito before, you can zoom in and out here. The log is in the side here, and the cards are underneath. So let's zoom in a little bit, and you can pan around by dragging. Anyway, let's give Cultural Diplomacy a blast. And I'll just switch out of newbie mode. It looks like we got defected because we have not had an option to play it. So unfortunately, we did get defected, as anticipated. So that can be discarded. It does make card tracking quite tricky as well because there are extra cards in the set. But, you know, we'll just do what we can in that respect and see if we can make it work. So I think we'll probably be 5-year planning away Europe scoring at this point. So I guess we want to just start a coup on Iran. So let's just drop this so I can see the rest of the hand. You've got the China card here, Duck and Cover, Comic Con, Blockade, UN Intervention, Truman 5-year plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a coup on Iran, because pragmatically speaking, with no 4-up cards, we're not going to coup Italy. It's good, but it's not great. That's probably a big target for a counter coup. Let's see what comes. So if we got Cult Dip off, we would have absolutely had a crack at Europe domination. So that's pretty good. Ooh, big counter coup. Ooh. I guess we UN intervention 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we have to use the China card if we do that anyway. To 5-year plan away. But it's our best chance of cracking Iran, isn't it, with the ops we have? Yep. Let's UN intervention, duck and cover for a coup in Iran. Oh, it's a nice big coup. Post hoc validation, if nothing else. If they don't play into Lebanon, which they do, so we'll go 6, 6, and 1 in Austria with Warsaw Pact. We can't crack Thailand. We are, yeah, I think we're just going to drop Europe scoring and keep hold of the China card. So Europe scoring drops for 0. And we'll go Truman blockade, 5-year plan ditching nothing. Yes, sowing their wild oats in the Middle East. Let's ditch Truman. The question is, do we push into Pakistan? I think we'll start to put influence in South Korea. As long as they're not putting influence into taking control of the Middle East. Oh, okay, good drop of Asia scoring. So now we'll focus on the Middle East. But first we'll event blockade. Let's see what gets pitched. We're hoping for D-style. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh. Well, that's very attractive. Okay, we aren't going to force it though. We're still going to focus on taking Iraq and Syria to currently dominate the Middle East. Mm-hmm. What Middle East scoring in the headline here? Didn't get it. Did get D-style. And Cambridge 5. Okay, so remaining application went, and we've got purged. Defectors is gone, so we know that whatever we play, we can get away with. Let's get purge Formosa. And US Japan. And good old D-style, which we will be using after CIA. So what do we like? Cambridge 5? To see if they're holding Middle East scoring, and then we can make decisions. Yeah, because we can do Cambridge, we can do containment. He's got it. Cool. Yes, I'd love to. Can I? There we go. We'll go to Libya. And then we will use Red Scare Purge to coup Egypt. Oh, that's a rough coup. That's deeply unpleasant. Okay, so is going back to West Germany. So we will use Arab-Israeli war to take Libya and Egypt, securing domination in the Middle East. And they used Fidel. He had Nasser all along. Oh well. And went to double Saudi. Yeah, okay. So we will event captured Nazi. Oh, can't use CIA anymore because of Cuba. That was a good triggering of Fidel. Event captured Nazi. Oh yeah. So we're going to take Korea and move into Pakistan so we can take both Pakistan and India with the China card. That will happen. So, Europe is repaired. I didn't get to make the most of blockade, but I did get to score Middle East scoring quite aggressively, which I'm pretty happy with. 5-year plan went in turn 1, so I'm going to be aggressive. And the 5th one will overprotect South Korea. Triggers and repairs de Gaulle. Very sensible. We've still got Suez in the bank, so I'm not too worried yet. We're going to take Afghanistan, which gives us domination for now until he deals with it. And we can hold D-Style. We can just play it in our turn, but we might get CIA away first. Ooh, NTB as well. Don't get the containment bonus on that, though. Jams Korea. Very sassy. So, socialist governments would allow us to take France. Ooh. So, Marshall Plan, NORAD special relationship. We can tap the UK to deny special relationship triggering. SOCGov Cambridge 5 is back. Nuclear test ban's back. So they are holding Independent Reds, Olympic Games. So we want to use Independent Reds to clear out. We want to clear out Romania first. They got Decol, they got Vietnam. Unfortunately, they got Suez, but we've got SOCGov. And we got Cambridge 5, nuclear test ban in the reshuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will go socialist governments and hope they don't duck and cover 5-year plan us. Oop. Okay, we'll remove the UK because we're holding special relationship. And then we will use nuclear. Oh, we could use. Nuclear test ban can raise DEFCON if we get Humpty Bumpted. But. I think, yeah, we're going to play Marshall Plan. We'll play Marshall Plan, so then if they do 5-year plan us, we can event nuclear test ban to use CIA correctly. Because we could find ourselves DEFCON suicided here, and I'd rather avoid that. But we've just turned Europe Dom into -1, which is fine by me, especially as Middle East is looking alright. Asia's problematic. Ah, 5-year plan for ops. We're almost actually happy to see Korea get jammed like that. So now, unfortunately, it means we have to take Taiwan, which is actually like comically farcical. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Yeah, so that felt embarrassing. So we do want to trigger D-Style before Defector's gone. Want to trigger D-Style before Independent Reds. This is all academic. So now let's D-Style. Feels good, man. Feels good. Yep, I are. This is all fine for now. Yeah, we're not playing NORAD. Let's add one in Brazil. Like, we still run the risk of being Voice of America here, but we think they've got Olympic Games, Decol, Vietnam, and Suez. But we'll space NORAD and tap. Ooh, that's great for us. Ooh, that Suez is nice because that makes special relationship even more of a live wire. So then we'll put 2 in Venezuela to avoid getting Voice of America out of both ends. It's brush warable, but we'll worry about that another time. Okay. That was a well-timed Suez for us. And we'll be spacing NORAD. Oh, yeah. That was great for us. And Asia and Europe are mostly neutral, so I can live with that. NORAD to space. We advance. We're left with CA. I still got them for Olympic, Decol, and Vietnam, so they can't hold all of those. Here's VR. So if I don't get dealt Olympic Games and Decol, we're going to read them for it. There's of course still cultural diplomacy in the early war pile, so it's not a done deal. Tracking cards a little harder when you use the Saito stuff. I understand. No mill-ops on either side. Gotta watch out for DEFCON suicide, but Africa, Central America's alright, Asia's not great but could be worse. Africa currently is alright for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, a lot of scoring cards. Africa, Asia, Central America. A lot of blue cards. Camp David, John Paul, Arms Race, CIA, Panama. Ooh. Wow, these cards are not good at all, are they? I mean, a scoring card, but the question is what one's gonna do the least damage? Central America, worst case scenario, Hunter or Voice of America. Or ABM tapping Cuba, but or Africa. Oh man, neither's good. That's the problem. Oh boy. It's a rough hand. The question is if we can get a hasty domination somewhere. Because we're looking to kind of push over the top. If we can coup with John Paul, because it's a 6, coup with John Paul, and score Africa domination, arms race, and Central America for -1. 16, 19, 20. That would do it. So what's the headline? Central America into Africa Dom. Oh, jamming Asia. So yes, this is pretty big. If I can successfully coup Africa and score domination, 12, 17, 20, with maybe a hopeful space on top with before I score Asia. Whew! Can we make a turn 4 kill? Because if we can't, Asia domination is going to bite us in the rump. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, John Paul, Ops, after, coup, Algeria. Nice. Oh, look, there's Hunter. Oh, I should have been scrolling a bit. That was silly me. It could be worse. I still think this isn't a bad line. If we can bink arms race. Yeah. If you jam Asia, I'm genuinely okay with that. Yeah, okay, so 12, 15, 18. Would need a successful space to hit 20. So let's event arms race. Oh boy, this is tight stuff. If we can get over the top here, we are laughing. Okay, OS is fine. OS is fine. Shall we try and space now? Because if we succeed, we can just drop Africa for -3. Oh, nothing in Africa, buddy. Nothing in Africa, and we are golden. Is that it? Oh no, 2 VP, 1 VP. Oof. Um, ooey, 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 ooey. If we go Zaire, oh, this is tight. Yeah, if we use Hunter to go Zaire, Sudan, they need to flip Angola. If they just play into Algeria, we still win because we have domination. If they coup, we then need to take Algeria. Need to watch ARs as well. Oh boy. Okay, so we use Panama Canal returned. This is Saito Che. I'm just running up against the wall now, and I'm basically giving away a whole chunk of real estate in the same breath. They need another 3-op card, or to coup Sudan. Oh, we're gonna give up AVP if we make it to the end of the turn. Oh, that'll do it. Oh, nicely done. Well, and I get trapped as well. Lovely. Well, that is a shame for me. I was really pushing hard. You just need to track Panama Canal return. Che, I got. Yeah, so I think I tracked all the cards. Oh dear, dear, dear. What's that last one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where? Let's just. There we go. There they all are. So, we will bury you is a good headline, as for someone who's in the trap. Although they'll be able to take Brazil, unfortunately. Plus Southeast Asia scoring is good for them as well. Yuck. OPEC's quite nice though for us. It's a 5 VPer. Hyundai could be used to cause some trouble in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last is Purge. Yeah, I think we will bury is the safest for 3 VP and to deny them a coup. Oh, Voice of America is pretty big. Oh, this is one of those things where you really want the steamroller to get over the top, because now it's just really gross. Yeah. Oh boy. Well done, Tooch. Credit where credit's due. He He read the pivot at just the right moment. So puppet government's in the trap. And I'm out. Oof, thank goodness. We'll get 3 VP. But they'll do some crazy shenanigans in South America. So we overprotect Poland. And then it largely doesn't matter. Yugoslavia, Romania, and Czechoslovakia? Yeah. So if we play into Venezuela, and they then dominate, it's 5 VP anyway. So I think we just drop this now. Before it gets any worse. We'll still be looking to 4 VP OPEC. How I learned. Yeah, that's fine now I've scored it. So we'll do Allende for access still, I think. But do we do Zaire before Angola? So maybe we don't. Yeah. Alright, let's start by jamming Zaire. And then we'll event Portuguese Empire. We need to get a coup off on Costa Rica AR7, so I might use Ars Not. We want to event OPEC, shore up India. Okay, lovely for us. Every point counts. Let's event Portuguese Empire. Okay, we get a VP. Okay, we've got a coup target though. So let's take India back. And we'll need to jam another region. Ooh. Jesus H. Christ. That's rough for us. Asia is definitely not our friend this game. Whoop. I'll read what that says in the log in a second. South Africa unrest, very sensible. And AR7, yeah. So I'll use Ars Not to coup Costa Rica. Yeah, well, that's fine. You kind of expect that. What do you pitch? Lone gunman, very nice. Oh, boy. Oi, Alliance of Progress for 5 VP. Very nice. So, the line is still red, but it's looking a lot worse in a lot of places. Wow, we've got another card from the Saito thing. Blockade's already been played. Giving US 2 influence in East Germany is fine for us. Breaks West Germany, but doesn't do anything to take Italy. So I don't think we play Berlin Agreement for the event. We need to space grain sale, so it's a good thing we didn't space last turn. But if we Brezhnev, We could also space CIA. But we can't play 2 space cards this turn. And we're on turn 6. So there's no reshuffle yet. We still haven't seen Brush War. I think maybe we ABM treaty in the headline, and then event CIA, so we can space grain sales, and that way we're safe from DEFCON issues. And we could ABM coup Thailand in that case. Although we're still way behind in Asia, so that's not very attractive. So maybe cooing Brazil is better. Oh boy. Alright, let's go ABM. Nuclear subs. So, CIA is now safe to play. Grain sales goes to space. And the rest of my... So let's see. So we'll coup Brazil. Nice. Next we coup Venezuela. But let's see my hand first. Willie. Yeah, I know Alliance is gone. Thank you. Willie, one small, emit. Ooh, emit. But Lone Gunman's gone. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One, two, three. Alright. DEFCON is 3. They'll probably clean up Africa. In the meantime, I think we want to take Venezuela. I will have another coup. Oh boy. That was rubbish. So, space grain sales, ditch CIA at some point, missile MV is coming in. Somalia and Malaysia. So I guess what we want to do is keep tapping Venezuela to deny them cooing Africa. Let's do that. However many times we can tap Venezuela, it means they're not cooing it, and if they fail a coup, we can then strike. So let's see. Unless they triple overprotect here. No, they cooed. Okay, so we jam it a little bit. They'll realize we don't have a 3-up card now. Yeah, damn and blast. So we got hampered on, and we don't get headline peak either, but that's not a bad thing because we can still space 2-op cards. Yeah, here we go. We will go Saharan States Cameroon to set up rear lines on Nigeria. Using Sadat for an op is great for us. Must remember to use CIA at some point. Oh, can scroll that. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll do that AR7 though. Yeah, so we'll use Willy for ops. And we'll go one Cameroon and one Ethiopia. If we're going to get assaulted in Africa, at least we can... I suppose Zimbabwe is probably slightly better there. My bad. Salt, going for a big coup. So now we'll use CIA for ops, event after, and realign Nigeria. Boom. Da-da-da-dum. Let's have a look at the log. That went into... I had a coup on Cameroon, yeah? Oh, and missed. Fine. Oh, and there's Cult Dip. Hop straight back into Nigeria. Yeah, smooth. Alright, so we're in turn 7, reshuffle, -9, but behind in Africa and massively behind in Asia. South Africa unrest is good. Brush war is good. This is another Saito card. So it forces them forward. The idea being, of course, that you can deny them the 2VP or the 3VP square and make it harder for them to space by venting it. But let's decide what we want to do first. We could Quagmire them, but we could equally Quagmire them AR7. But I think what we want to do is coup Nigeria, event South African unrest, brush Venezuela. So we could finish the round by Quagmiring them. The upshot of South African unrest is that we dominate in the 1, 2, 3. No, yeah, it's 2-2. No, we don't dominate in the headline phase. But we'd have time to get to Botswana to shore up Angola. Ooh. Let's start with Brush to see where the Defcon drops, and we don't want it to get missile envied out of our hand, I guess. Kitchen debates. We go Venezuela. Nice leverage, yeah? Yeah. Lovely. I do get poked in the chest, though. Text hasn't appeared. So we will. What will we do? We could coup Zaire because we could realign Nigeria, but I think we just want to get a big fat coup off on Nigeria. Yeah. Event South African unrest. Shore up Botswana with Berlin Agreement. We've got to ditch Southeast Asia for a lot of points. Ah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ah. So, how are we going to get through this game? See war games before Asia scoring. Score Middle East and Africa domination. Liberation theology into Mexico. Lads. I think there's been a reshuffle, hasn't there? Kitchen Debates is gone. Brushwall went. Lads is gone. Got Libthy. Quagmire. Southeast Asia. So they may have some of Olympic Games, Decol, NATO, Colonial Regards, Nix Plays the China card, Summit, and Muslim Rev, all of which I don't think I've seen, but I've not been paying attention to. Anyway, where were we? What's been going on while I've been looking away? Yeah, it's weird. Maybe the log's higher up. Let me just refresh the page. A little refresh doesn't do too much damage and makes things a lot more legible. US places 2 in Cameroon. Okay, that's fine because Nigeria's up. So, where were we? I think I need to go Liberation Theology before Mexico's taken. I've still got time to do South Africa unrest. So yeah, let's access and take battlegrounds while I still can. And we'll put one in Panama because I don't have a scoring card. And I don't want to set up a coup war. Even realigns hurt them, I reckon. So I'll do that. Next up will be South Africa unrest. 1 South Africa, 2 Angola. And then I'll probably shore up Angola and take Botswana. Oh, Voice of America again? Your dog. Where were the other 2 out of? Pakistan. Okay. Gotta do something about that. Thanks a lot. That was rough. NORAD. Yeah, fine. Okay, so we event South Africa unrest. And now if we can use Quagmire to go 1 Angola, 2 Botswana, we shall. And then the only horrible country is Asia. And we're up a few VP. Colonial Red Guards is annoying here. Certainly. But probably not insurmountable. We'll go 1 Angola, 2 Botswana to prevent the realigns. And then we'll still use handshake and space to take Algeria if they don't get there first. Okay, so we'll definitely take Algeria. And AR7, we use Southeast Asia scoring. Very frustrating. Is that EU? Yeah, at least it's not coming out in late war. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Salt realign or straight flip? Realign. Very nice. Southeast Asia scoring. Oh yeah. Don't I know it? And he steals the China card. Okay. Avoid Asia scoring. Oh boy. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We can use Pershing to remove Portugal and Turkey, but we're not going to be able to dominate there just yet. So what's the headline? Cultural diplomacy to interfere with the scoring card is probably alright. Let's see. So let's put my hand in first. Ortega, Glasnost, Pershing. Rust lands in red squares, another Saito card. Improves Defcon and resets my Milops. It's a US card, so it'll happen if I use it. So of course I could event it. Just cut. There we go. And I'm still audible. That's fine. Lost my mic monitoring. I'm back. So, yes, that's an interesting card to play. But I think in the headline phase, Glasnost isn't great before the Reformer. Ortega's no good. Pershing's alright, but I could just play it mid-turn. If I could have dominated Europe in the headline phase, it would definitely have been a headline card. But it's not. So, I am going to headline Cultural Diplomacy. Ooh, Hunter. I mean, 2 Brazil, coup Brazil's probably the best bet. So that's painful. Okay. I mean, I can tap Korea, but I'm still... I suppose it's Pakistan to prevent control, right? Yeah. So, we take Brazil and we take Yugoslavia with Glasnost, and then we seek to... use Pershing and see if we can sneak a domination, which we probably can't. But otherwise, Asia scoring's gross, and everything else is just about manageable for now. Oh, the mid-war started out so well, but Tucho's played brilliantly drawing the game back. And them having the China card's good. Oh, ABM treaty is bloody huge. Well, thank goodness they had a lousy coup. That was lucky for us. Jeez. Absolutely hammering that poor Brazil. Okay, we got ourselves a VP. But what you gonna do with it? Cuba didn't do it. Okay. Right, we want you to, like, absent-mindedly not shore it up properly. Have another go on Cuba. I dare ya. Oh, fantastic! That is a real feather in our cap. Yeah. We'll hold. I'm going to space public government, and we're going to hold Rust through the turn to prevent DEFCON suicide. Yeah. Can't do anything about Central America here. And not getting terrorized is nice. We're above war games for now, but not for long. All it'll take is a Central America scoring or an Asia scoring. This is a slow grind for them. Gulf states. Interesting. So we will use Ortega and put 2 more in Cuba. Just to make life a little harder for a little longer. Oh, I didn't get any Millops. Ah, but it's AR7 coming up. Oh, so I can use Rust and then get a Millop. The question is, where is a 1-op coup good? Ooh. Didn't get maximum value from it. Okay, play ops, event before ops, and then launch a coup in Mexico. Big 6, please. Big 6. Yeah, what a surprise. So still going to be just above war games going into the turn. But the board does not look fantastic. And they're holding the China card, so we can Aldrich them, but we also need to get the China card off them, and Cultural Revolution is gone. Ugh. It's going to be tough to win this game. Well, that's a bonus. So, no to winning with war games. But let's plug the hand in. Purge. Marine barracks bombing nuclear test ban. And the Iron Lady shuttle diplomacy. And we're peaking. Camp David Accords is what's happening. OPEC nuclear test ban. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Central America scoring. Okay, so OPEC scores 5. For now. As long as they don't go Sadat, of course. But you can do Marine Barracks bombing to beat that play. We stay ahead in the handle. I think a 5 VP OPEC, coup on Mexico, use Marine Barracks bombing is all fine, isn't it? So, yeah, let's go with OPEC for now. Bank some points while we can. So, nuclear test ban coup, Mexico. Oh, that's garbage, man. Well, now they can get control with 4 ops. It was brilliant. It was a speculative gamble. Ooh, that's big for us. So we'll drop Central America scoring for 3 VP rather than control, yeah? What's the alternative? We can use Red Scare Purge to take Cuba and make it 0. Let's do that. And overprotect Brazil. Ooh, we can event Allende and then event the Iron Lady to take Argentina. Because we'll have adjacency. So we want to event Allende, event Marine Barracks, use the Iron Lady, drop Central America scoring. Will is nice. What you going to do with it? UK, okay, right, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So Central America for 0 now, yeah? Before it goes wrong. Okay, I've got a plan here. It's not a good plan, but it's currently working for us. Until Asia scores. Flower power. And what did it do? Jamming France. Ooh. Setting up tear down this wall realigns. Or at least we've got Algeria. Okay, let's proceed as normal. Europe scored. Let's go deal with some other regions. If they've got tear down this wall, that's good for them. So we're eventing Iron Lady and we're eventing Marine Barracks bombing, and we'll try and space shuttle diplomacy. And we'll just hope France holds its own at -2. UN decall, very sensible. Yeah, so Iron Lady. Event before ops. Place influence. That's real nice for a VP. Yeah. Who saw that coming, guys? Be strong, France. Be strong. I said be strong. That is the opposite of strength. That is weakness. Space shuttle dip. Oh, those 3 VP are very big. I think Marine barracks bombing to remove Lebanon, Israel, and Saudi to make them presenceless AR-7 is quite sassy. Yeah. Africa scoring gets them a VP. Marine barracks bombing causes some trouble. It would be enough to win. Even if they refill a bit and we get our 2 mil ops, Middle East scoring dropping in turn 10 would be huge. And it's Asia scoring in my hand, of course. How do I score 4 VP? I'm too far from the space line. Event Yuri and Samantha? Man, that sucks. It's got to be Aldrich James, right? Che could do some work. No, not much work. It's got to be Aldrich James, right? It's got to be Aldrich James. 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, okay. Aldrich James. He's got Middle East scoring. And Lone Gunman. So, Iran-Iraq War triggers Brezhnev, Lone Gunman, Arab-Israeli War. Iran-Iraq missile envy Brezhnev. At least. Arab-Israeli Lone Gunman solidarity in Iran-Contra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Right, so John Paul happened. Yeah? So solidarity's bad. And we want them to hold missile envy. Yeah, we want them to try and missile envy us because then we can give them duck and cover. So I think removing solidarity is just the best play here. Although removing Iran-Iraq war. Maybe removing Iran-Iraq war is better, right? Flower pad triggers, yeah. So we get 2 VP. But we can't get 2 more VP with our hand. Solidarity is only a problem if we then get jammed in East Germany, and we've got Chernobyl to avoid that happening. And they've got to play Middle East scoring. So 1 in 3 Iran-Iraq war. I mean, that's bad, right? The worst case scenario is they do flip Iraq, because we have to take a coup in the headline phase, and then they can put Saudi and Israel in to level up the Middle East. So I think we have to ditch Iran-Iraq war and forget solidarity. Yeah. So we need to get a coup off. And Mexico's probably still best. Right, Africa has been scored. We're ahead on country count. So yeah, let's use Che. And we're hoping they get greedy and missile envy us. Nice. So we want to hold duck and cover for as long as possible. Yeah, that's fine. So we will use... Oh, if only we could have used a MIT sooner. But now, of course, we can't tap both Saudi and Israel. So let's put one in Lebanon to make sure they can't mess with us on country count, and one in Nicaragua to shore up Cuba and get domination in another region. What did they use? Arab Israel. So we've got their whole hand. So the big problem is that Europe and Asia cancel out most of our points. So we do need to keep our nose ahead. They can get 1 VP from space by spacing Brezhnev Doctrine, which they probably won't want to do. So I guess we want to event Yuri and Samantha if they don't immediately coup Nicaragua here. Hell. So we've got Milops, yeah. So we'll use how I learned to take Haiti and Guatemala. And now we wish we hadn't used Che, but there we go. Using Missile Envy was very sensible. So now we have to hold duck and cover. Poland's safe. But we don't want to use Chernobyl yet, right? So we are just going to have a Hail Mary coup. Are we? We also want to play into Uruguay to dominate South America, don't we? Brezhnev, Lone Gunman, Middle East, Iran, Contra. So they want to use Brezhnev AR7, China card, Middle East, Iran, Contra. So Reagan gives up a VP. So maybe we do passively space anyway. Let's start by dominating in South America. We can also go 2 into Peru and try and realign them out of Chile to turn South America into 10 VP. Realigns first. Okay. Okay, so now we're not. We're gonna... We're going to jam there again now that they're at -1 with Iran-Contra, because they have to use China or Brezhnev, and they're getting behind elsewhere on the board. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay. We'll do that to avoid Central America control, and we finish with Asia scoring. Yep. So, they want to coup Africa for domination there. I think it's the biggest swing. And we'll just see if we've got enough to hold out. Yeah, I think they want to coup Africa. It's going to be bloody close. So we're on 10. If they coup Africa, they'll get 9, 12, 17, 21, or 22. And I get 9, which is 13, and then one for the China card. Yeah, I think that's the play. He's doing the maths. Yeah, good work. Well, that one slipped through my fingers. It would be interesting to know what the pivot points were. Tough game. Ooh, real tough game, but fun. And we'll have another shortly because we're going to play a second one this evening. But that was cerebral. So, on to game 2. I will be the other side. Ooh. So it goes. But yeah, pushing for the VP win in mid-war might have set me back a little bit. But yeah, scoring card timing it really came down to. Can't be helped. The odd space here or there. But there we go. Very, very good stuff. So where is that? -10, 5, 10, 19, 21. And I got 9, 10. And the China card. 21, 9, 11, 16, 21. Yeah, blimey. All right, so well played them, and we're into another game, just like that. Let's turn it around and get going. Do 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 do. Here it is, and I am Saito deck. Yep. All right. Here we go. Ooh, Marshall Plan and Europe scoring. That's sassy. Those chats not showing up. Yep. Okay. Definitely Marshall Plan headline, right? And we go an extra 1 in Italy and 1 in Iran, and headline Marshall Plan. It's what we do. We'll see what the rest of my cards are. I mean, the good thing about this is that even if they successfully coup and flip Italy, they're not going to dominate. Thanks to taking all the two-stab battlegrounds. Tucho won the first game by a single point. Very sassy. Okay, what is the USSR's headline? Captured Nazi scientist. That's pretty good for us. All things considered. Can live with that. And the rest of our cards. Arab, Israel, Vietnam. So we need to make sure we get into Malaysia before eventing Vietnam. US, Japan. NORAD, CIA. No fun Saito edition cards. We need to hold NORAD for blockade. So I'm expecting to see a coup in Iran first. Ho! Yeah, so we are just going to drop Europe scoring for 5 VP. That's a jolly nice start for the USA. Ah, but they get the duck and cover coup off, and second time lucky. So we will use US Japan, and we'll go Lebanon, Egypt, Malaysia. I mean, that's still 3 VP. Well, 1 VP because of Milops. Actually, for the price of 1 VP, denying access to Pakistan is pretty sassy, isn't it? So, I'm sure they'll be happy with that. No, we don't want to see a decol or a D-style right now. That's neither of those. So I'm very happy. We will we'll give them a 1 in 6 chance. Splendid. And we'll take Thailand. I'm inclined to hold defectors through the turn. That's great for us. We'll go to Libya. Can't hold defectors through the turn unless we space Vietnam revolts, which for access we probably want to do. China. Giving up the China card early. Having seen CIA gone and duck and cover, the 5-year plan gambit's not a big problem. So yeah, we will go Lao, which levels off Asia, and take Libya to dominate there. AR6. We just need to take the non-battlegrounds in Asia, right? We're just trying to make sure they don't dominate. What are the UNI? Nothing. Use the China card, played Nasser, played Romanian abdication. What a lousy opening hand. Yeah, I think we're going to hold Vietnam revolts. So we will use NORAD. And we'll go into Burma. Go into Jordan. To get access to Iraq and Saudi and take Indonesia. Yeah. Not sure that's best. Felt like that was putting a lot of influence in places, but Middle East scoring in the headline for us is lovely. Warsaw containment, because they can't do anything about it, as we have. Middle East nuclear test ban. Comecon 5-year plan. SOCGov, this is nice. Lots of cards we don't mind getting blockaded out of our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Comecon, yeah. So we will headline Middle East scoring. And if they don't... Oh, decol is real nice for them. So they may get Asia Dom off after all that. Not bad. But we'll get a coup if they take Thailand. They can't have their cake and eat it. Although if they have Asia scoring, they can drop it for Dom if they do play Thailand and we take the coup. And they've got Korean and Indo-Pakistani war. No, they coup Panama. Great. And gave up Formosa in doing so. What do we think? Overprotect Thailand. Take Burma, move into India to threaten Pakistan because we have the China card. We need to wait for Indo-Pakistani war. But we just want to keep our nose ahead in Asia. We also want to take Saudi and overprotect. Take India? Suez going is good, because we do need to overprotect France, but it's leaving us with a bit more oomph. Clever. I'm with you for 5, 6, 7. I think we just try and just make sure we're not dominated in Asia. Yeah, for now. Avoiding control is fine. So we will use Comicom. Do we develop into the mid-war regions? Yeah, we'll take Algeria for now, but we're eyeing up Saudi as well. I think we just want to not get dominated in Asia. Truman going, another one-up card for them. Yes, Suez, we need that. What did you do with Truman? One in India? Yeah. Let's let them use Warsaw Pact, because then we can trigger NATO, because that's not come yet. NATO and special relationships still in the deck. Okay, so they don't do anything to threaten Europe, so let's take Taiwan, because we have Formosa. It is a battleground. They'll probably take Korea with Korean War if they've got it now. There it is. That's good for us, because if they don't have a Pakistani war now, they don't get mill-ops. So we'll now use containment. Take Saudi. D-Style as well. Holy smoke. They got it all. One, two, three, four, five, six. Still. If they play South America, the choices are to realign immediately, which is very unlikely to succeed, or to shore up France and keep pressing the early war advantage. So I'm going to space Vietnam revolts. Yeah, well, that makes me look like an idiot. AR7. That's a nice wee free op. It's a shame it came before NATO. We still haven't seen cultural diplomacy, which would allow me to sneak in a bit further. So no Indo-Pakistani war. We haven't seen de Gaulle either. Blockade, Cambridge 5, Fidel de Gaulle, Asia Olympic, Purge, Indo-Pakistani War, Independent Reds, or NATO. So at the moment, a 4-op card can take France. So I think we just want to put one into France and retake Panama. Inventing NATO for special relationship seems like it's trading 4 ops for 2 VP and 2 ops, isn't it? Or 6 ops, sorry. 6 ops for 2 VP and 2 ops. That's too expensive. At least we got redealt decal. So, Indie Reds and NATO, Asia, Olympic Games. They did get both Purge and Indo-Pakistani War. We got Blockade. Fidel, and they got de Gaulle. Ooh, Cambridge 5. So I make them for Cambridge 5, de Gaulle, Fidel, Purge, and Indo-Pakistani War. That is not good for us. So I guess eventing US-Japan is the best bet. Ooh, okay. Giving up an op. Yeah, mate, Asia. I've got the China card. Suggest they're not holding Middle East scoring or Europe scoring. You wouldn't use Cambridge 5 if you knew most of the information. Mm-hmm. Hurrah, Panama. They're holding Purge, so we can't jam Korea. So yeah, we'll just use Indie Reds for ops, and we'll retake Indonesia and Malaysia. So we're getting ready for Southeast Asia scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 battlegrounds, yeah. So if they do something extravagant with Purge, we'll definitely consider jamming Korea. But seeing de Gaulle goes great. Yeah, that's fine, right? We space decal. Get a VP, very nice. The scoreline's alright, but they're very well developed in the mid-war area. So credit to them for that. Yeah, nice 2 VP there. And they're going to get another 2 VP and 1 VP from Asia, right? So yeah, it's going to be level going into mid-war, which is about 5 VP ahead of where they could be. We blockade away SOCGov. Yeah, cult dip, fine. What do we like here? He's got Fidel, so we won't make a move in Europe just yet. Let's jam Angola and see if they take South Africa Red Scare Purge. Hmm. So now we use special relationship to tap Zaire. And this is just about making sure we have... Good, we got Fidel out of their hand. Okay, I like using the China card here, maybe. Not before. Hmm. Hmm. No, I'm going to blockade away socialist governments. And if I... I'll move to Cameroon so I can try and flip Nigeria. Oh yeah, I forgot it's the end of the turn and I'm USA. What an idiot. Okay, could be worse. Europe's good, South America is bad. Oh, hello, drop that down. I suspect we... Well, they won't fill Chile in their headline phase, will they? Containment. Containment might be alright because then we can space loan gunman. Boy, oh boy, it's a lot of red cards. We do our maximum value from them. Oh, hello. Nice. Someone else is pitching cards they think aren't going to get any better. Ooh, Africa's flimsy. If they coup Angola, we definitely drop South America scoring for -5. Oh, CIA. That is a nasty hand. Sadat, but they can trigger Sadat before NASA, so that's not so bad. Panama. East European unrest. Nixon, Suez, lads. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Gross. So now we get to coup Zaire, right? Yeah, coup Zaire. And then drop South America scoring. Yes, Queen. Yeah, that's fine. We're set up all right. You don't have Africa scoring, we know that. So we want to event arms race, don't we? So we are absolutely spacing. Or went to space VOA, I guess. Yeah. Absolutely spacing Lone Gunman. Now we can space Dugards. Libthe is like, we can't, what's the word? Can't get value for money from liberation theology. Lads. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's been scored. Europe's next, right? Yeah. Before Suez. Yeah. Don't need to get too cocky yet. But this is all going swimmingly for us. East European unrest, Nixon and Suez still to come. We want them to get East Europe out of their hand before we try and jam East Europe and Suez, I suppose. So before we do anything else, we will space liberation theology again. 5, 6. I'm gonna hold emit probably. Yeah. Oh boy. See, if they ditch some 3-op cards, we'll definitely gamble on Korean War. Yeah, so let's remove adjacency and get East Germany down for tear down this wall. Okay, now we're not going to use Korean War to jam Korea, and we're instead going to race on Israel. Because what we don't want is for Africa's okay-ish, Central America. So now maybe we do want to use a MIT to jam Korea. Yeah, because that does the most damage. And a 4-op card does wonders there. Ooh, grain sales. Grain sales every time. Oh! He gets a free kill in Costa Rica. But we jam South Korea. Duck and cover still's in the deck, so we'll not miss LMVing or 5-year planning. What did he do? Because South Korea is still open. Jamming Israel. Ooh. Someone's got Middle East scoring. Shut diplomacy keeps domination for now. Oh, ABM's huge. ABM is huge. And he whiffs. Oh, deep breaths. Deep breaths. We also need to play 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Yep, he gave up. He gave up at just the right time. So we will use Missile MV to take Asia and get Asia domination and Africa domination if he misses it. That is some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 4. Coups 5, 5. No, we want access in. Muslim Rev could really hurt the Middle East now, but we've got a good score buffer. The coup's sensible. Yeah, we'll just drop Africa scoring for AVP, right? Yeah. Boy, stuck in space. Nixon's gone. Cultural Revolution, not taking the China card back. That's great for us. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna get 2 attempts unless they one small step. So let's turn 5, yeah? Okay, well, Space Portuguese Empire crumbles for now. But now we get another attempt. Oh no! Oh no! Very nice. Another space. Good. Headline peaking. Down to plus 12, sorry, plus 12. Hunter's nice. Camp David's alright. Muslim Rev in our hand is great. So let's plug all this in. And we're headline peaking. Hunter, Allende. Alliance Camp David. OAS and Muslim Rev. South Africa unrest. And we can go to Mexico. Yeah, to Mexico, coup Brazil, and then repair Angola. Yeah? Argentina, I guess, because then we can realign Cuba if we play into Peru. Not quite. I'm an idiot, of course. They get AR1. What a mug. So I'll definitely coup Cameroon. Ah, boy. That was silly of me. I've done sillier. Did I get the points? No. Very nice. So yeah, we start by coupping Cameroon to shore up Zaire and also threaten to flip. Not that I have a 3-up card I can spare. Oh, actually, I can use Alliance for Progress. Central America is the last. Ooh, Bastion. Defectors, Nigeria, Angola. Okay, fine. Two OAS into Argentina. And then we use Alliance for Progress to take Paraguay and Peru to threaten rear lines on Chile. Even if we don't do them. Triggering NORAD. Someone's looking forward to triggering. Oh, nice work. Fails on Zaire but succeeds on Argentina. So it goes. Fidel is in the discard pile. And it's turn 6, so the reshuffle's coming. Which makes Cuba not an attractive. Okay, so at this point we go to space, right? Okay, we've got Muslim Rev in our back pocket. Okay, so we will have another go at space. Oh dear, we've stalled. It's all blown up on the launch pad. Okay, that's fine by me. We want kind of fairly bland neutral scoring options. Yeah, 5, 5, 6, 7. We will event Camp David. And we'll just do it now. Ooh, so Africa's behind. South America is a big problem. Cannot describe how big a problem it is. I guess we should hope they get hampered at the end of their turn and go. Yeah, so let's use Alliance to tap Cuba, Chile, and play into Peru. And see if they quag us. And we're just hoping they have a 1-op card, for example, so we can take Argentina and threaten rear lines on Chile. Ooh, and if they don't coup, we get 2 VP for mil-ops, which is nice too. Move up to 16 and space for 19. Then the game looks very much under control. Okay, that's great for us. So, they wanted the mil-ops, but they gave up a couple of VP by giving us Argentina. So that's great. So, one small step. Nuclear test ban. NASA. Ask not. Flower Power Willy Brand. Salt and EEU. Okay, so I have again not been paying the greatest amount of attention because there's a lot of cards here that I don't think I've seen, but I probably have. But we've not seen Quagmire, We Will Bury You for sure. Thrompole, Nuclear Subs, Bear Trap, Yasuri, definitely not. But that's more cards than he can actually hold, so. But I got EEU in the reshuffle, so I've got 3, 6, 9 cards. They're headlining Remaining Abdication, which is true, and then we just have to work out what the rest of their cards are. There's been a reshuffle. I feel like we can just ask not a bunch of cards here. We're not holding them through the turn. There's nothing in the discard pile. Yeah. There's nothing in the discard pile to salt. So if we ask not Allende, One Small Step, NASA, and Willy, hold Flower Power and accept the war damage for 4 ops, yeah, that's fine. We could always space it if we get a really juicy hand. So yeah, ask not. We're at 14 VP. Nuclear Test Ban's only worth 1 VP. Yeah. So we want Allende, Willy, Step, NASA out of our hand. Yeah. So I guess we want to try and hold grain sales, but then of course, yeah, Decol is bad for us. Fidel is bad for us. Yeah, let's jam South America. So we have special relationship, that's part of the problem. Or self-trapping. We like it. So we're ahead in Asia, even in the Middle East. Yeah, I think we just... accept our fate there. Chucks out the bear trap with VOA. Very nice. NATO's not in effect, right? Just before I do something stupid with... No, oh god, NORAD's in effect though, isn't it? Shoot the bed on that. Okay, I need Molops, so yeah, special relationship. Coup Zimbabwe. I still don't know about Duck and Cover, UN Intervention, Summit, Quagmire, Asuri, John Paul, Nuclear Subs, and Colonial Rear Guards. So 7 unknown cards, and he can't be holding them all. But we'll wait to see him. Having leveled up South America and at plus 14, the board is pretty good. Spaceman Pope. Which really encourages us to hold East European unrest through the turn. So we'll grain sales them now. Yeah, and we'll space Quagmire. Oh yeah! That was disgusting. Oh. Yasuri to space, yep. That was just so gross. Where are we at? 17. Whew. There is... let's see, what can we do? We could salt, duck, and cover towards the end of the turn, but no. So, I guess what we're doing now is AR 5, 6, 7, holding decol. Yeah, decon can do so much damage now. I think we just event and then try and realign Fidel. No. Colonial Rear Guards. Super. Well overprotected. Definitely Nigeria. And then we'll go Lao, Indonesia, Algeria. Messiah. Algeria. And what did he do with it? He's playing it now. I think we hold East European unrest, yeah, because late war presence-less Europe is disgusting. So AR6, AR7, I guess we give them decol. Right, where'd you go? What'd you do? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Nigeria, Angola, Thailand. So I see overprotected lots. Okay, so we go 1 in Thailand and overprotect South Korea as well. No, let's overprotect Mexico against liberation theology and the like. Oh, and now we definitely want a coup to end the turn. Are you going to do something to stop us cooing? Just overprotect. In which case, cooing on Brazil is attractive to me. Ah. 17 VP though. We're in good shape. Still headline peaking. Cal gets us 2 VP. Yeah? And then... with flower power, we can't use Iran Iraq. So... let's worry about it shortly. But Cal seems to be the play to start. Liberation theology is annoying. Rust Pershing EU. And then Iran Contra and lads. Laduk, not lads. We can pitch something to that. So we will definitely start with Cal. 19 VP. Whew. Overtake Mexico. We're going to be dominated in Central America. So let us jam. We don't want to play into Cuba because of Ortega. Jam Brazil. He will repair South America, but yep, that's fine. So, Latin American debt crisis throwing away Muslim Rev to start. Or De Gaulle? No, Muslim Rev, if he missile envied us, which is in the deck, would be much worse. Just keep tapping Brazil? Why not? We'll space Pershing, event and repair De Gaulle, and hold Iran-Iraq war. Oh, we can't hold Iran-Iraq war, of course. Not without giving up the China card. Which we're not doing. So we're going to have to event Iran-Iraq war. Which is a shame. Since it will probably fail. Ah, there's missile envy. Glad I pitched Muslim Rev. Yeah, let's event and repair De Gaulle. And put another one in Africa. Keep making sure they can't get ahead. And we are definitely hammering East European unrest at some point this turn. We will space Pershing. We'll finish with Iran Contra. The problem is at 19 VP, they won't event Evil Empire. Oh, that's nice for us. I guess now to... Is Arms Race in the deck? Yeah, so Iran-Iraq War. Target Iraq. Yeah. Middle East scoring dropping for 0 is no skin off my nose. Makes the Iran-Iraq War more I wish it had gone off. But my plus 17 is still fine and dandy. Pershing to space. We can discard held cards. Not this turn. I tell you what we could do. We could increase DEFCON at AR7 with Rust. Oh, you sly dog. Up to 18. Ah, so we can win the game with Rust lands in red square AR7. Yeah, so if nothing changes, we can use Rust land in red square to win the game by resetting their ops to 0 on AR7. So we will overprotect Korea. If he does something that doesn't score VP, we win it here. With a Saito card. So by resetting the ops to 0, we get 2 VP to go over the top. It makes great telly, Tucho. Makes really great telly. Well, let's see what he does. Because we've got a gambit to win anyway. Oh! Ah! Okay. Right, so we'll have to find a date. Because we are 2-all. Well, thank you for those who stuck with it. I don't think that the Saito cards are necessarily US cards, but it's interesting that the USA won both games. Although, of course, the first game was bloody close, 1 VP. But on the other hand, I shouldn't have won Europe domination in the game to take it that close. So, yeah, your mileage varies. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Feedback ever welcome. Right. Anyway, there are more games in my future. Fruit Strike's here, and we're trying to set up a Team Fruitlinger game. So we'll keep working on that. But I have got a game, 2 games next Sunday, actually. I'm going to play Just Another Nerd at 4 o'clock UK time. That's 11 a.m. Eastern. And then that's just a friendly game. And then Donzo on Rutzel starting at 7 o'clock UK time. That's 2 Eastern, 8 o'clock Europe in the evening. So 2 games next Sunday the 14th. So I look forward to seeing you then, if not sooner. And in the meantime, thanks for the games. And Tucho and I will find a time to play our decider. But, yep, thanks for sticking with me the last couple of hours, and goodbye for now.